standing armies in the world. I have the codes to the largest nuclear arsenal in the world. I can destroy any country in the world, and I'm the most powerful man in the world. I am the President of the United States of America!
What are you shouting about? I bet it's that same old I'm powerful thing. When are you just going down the end?
No, Michelle. I'm angry at the youth unemployment rate, the recession, the depression, and the bloody Chinese.
Do I...
No, honey. I mean it. I'm really thinking about the future of our country.
Okay. I believe you.
What's for dinner, hon?
You know, I am really bored with this fancy White House food. I was thinking we could go out and have a little street food and fun.
I'd like to speak to that point.
Okay.
No. Last time when we went to a shawarma shop, you seemed to be a bit happy chatting with the owner. Luckily, none of the paparazzi caught the action, or else the headlines would have Michelle Obama secretly seeing a shawarma shop owner.
Come on. There's no need for you to be jealous. He just said that he lived in the neighborhood and that he said he always loved me.
What did you say?
I told him that I was happily married, if that's what you want to hear.
Imagine if you had married him. You'd be selling shawarmas with him.
No, dearest, that's where you're wrong. If I had married him, he would be president.
You know what? Forget about eating out tonight. Let's go out for a movie this weekend.
Please do not make false promises. You do remember what happened the last time you made a promise.
Now look, it's not my fault that the auto industry wanted a sudden injection of funds, and the Congress had to hold a last-minute meeting for that. You have to take important issues under consideration, honey.
And I'm the only one who has to be considerate here.
Honey, let's not start that again. I was certain we would lose this election and have some family time together.
Don't lie, okay? You always wanted to win this election. I watched you biting your fingernails and praying to God that you would always win, okay? So don't pretend like you didn't know you would win.
Believe me, I had no idea that we were going to be here for a second term. And for the record, I was biting my nails because I was nervous and I was praying to God that I would lose this election. I even made my retirement plans ready.
Okay, well, do you plan on taking us, to the Alps then, Mr. President?
I would like to speak to that point.
Okay.
I know I had promised you and our daughters a trip to the Alps after the election.
Yeah?
But we'll have to postpone it.
My mother warned me not to marry a biracial man.
Now, what does my race have to do with our marital chores?
I'd rather not speak to that point at the moment. In 2007, you promised us this trip before you won the election the first time. Your political career is eating into our family time.
Honey, I know. I really wanted to take this trip with you all. In fact, I actually thought that after the election, we'll move back to our house in Chicago and I'll join a foundation. Like Bill Clinton did.
I'm sure you did. When is this all going to end?
I'm glad that you asked that question. According to the amendment of U.S. Constitution, U.S. President can be elected to no more than 2 terms of 4 years each. Trust me, it's a president's promise.
Okay. So what you're telling me is that the girls and I have to wait until 2016 a priority again. I am sick and tired. Sick and tired.
You don't have to sacrifice much. Don't you remember the trip that you took to Spain in 2010? Spending $148,000 of the taxpayers' money?
Okay. The girls were bored and you didn't have time for us, so I took them on a vacation. And if you don't remember, when those jealous journalists found out all that little information, you didn't even talk to me for an entire week. You made me feel guilty for the rest of the year.
Honey, it's the taxpayers' money. Every cent is accounted for. You can't spend the American citizens' money on your travel binge and avoid the outcry.
Do not talk to me about spending, okay? Your government had the audacity to give money to Fannie Mae, Citibank, Morgan Stanley, and every other shack in this country. And I can guarantee you that the top executives of those companies spent, more than one free lunch with the taxpayers' money. So, you might fool the American people, honey, but you don't fool me.
Okay. Why don't you take the Air Force One next time and travel to Timbuktu?
Okay, wait, I will. And then why don't you tell me if you're going to be around, I don't know, like for our wedding anniversary, mine and the girl's birthday, Thanksgiving dinner, and let's not forget the annual Christmas at the White House, because I would rather not be in the usual situation where I'm telling all of our guests, Mr. Obama could not be here this afternoon because he is really busy. To which all of those wonderful, loathing guests would simply say, well, we totally understand. After all, he is our president. Ding.
I'd like to speak to that point. We are spending our family time in the interest of our nation. Every American citizen will remember this and support your cause.
Every American? Let me speak to a point. Next week is Sasha's birthday.
Well, as you're my wife, I also consider you as an American citizen. And therefore, I would like to give you a honest answer. I won't be able to attend. I have to visit the UAE for Petroleum Conference. They have already arranged my trip to Dubai Mall and Burj Khalifa. Please tell Sasha that I won't be there, and I'll be there next year.
Okay. You're a father. You promised her, so you tell her. Besides, this isn't, the first time you lied to the girls, and I am pretty sure that it will not be the last.
I see your frustration. I'm not only her father, but also her president. And that's why I'm elected to do this job and not Mitt Romney. I'll speak to her. You see...
Good afternoon, Mr. President. Michelle?
Good afternoon, Senator. I believe our congressional meeting is not until 1 p.m.
Oh, yes, it is. But I'm not here for that.
Then what meeting are you here for?
He's here to see me.
When did you two start meeting up for lunch? Wait a minute. You're meeting up rounding for your initiative to help the fat kids. What is it called? Let's eat?
Really?
What?
We have lunch in 5, so I'll make this short.
Please.
You embezzled public funds to cover your gambling loss. You took $3 million from North Korea and promised them the latest in American nuclear designs. You, my half-brother from another mother, were in a royal mess. And somebody had to bail you out.
I'm really sorry to do this to you, honey, but since he lost the election, he has all the time in the world for me.
So I promised her I'd bail you out. And in return, she bailed me out of loneliness by falling in love with you.
Oh, what's love got to do? I could really use some shawarma.
Hey, no shawarma.
You may have won the election, Barack, but I won your wife. Airball.
Let's
Sorry.
move, man.
See you later, Barack.
I'm the commander-in-chief of one of the largest standing armies in the world. I have the codes to the largest nuclear arsenal in the world. I can destroy any country in the world. I'm the most powerful man in the world. I'm the president of the United States of America. And I hate shawarma.